Setting your table for Christmas isn't just about plates and cutlery, it's about creating memories. Imagine laughter echoing around a table draped with festive charm. The right Christmas table decor can turn a simple meal into a celebration everyone remembers. Ever wonder how some tables look straight out of a storybook? With a few clever ideas, you can sprinkle holiday spirit without breaking the bank. This list of 29 Christmas table decor ideas will help you set the scene for a holiday gathering your guests will rave about. Velvet red napkins bring instant elegance to your Christmas table, especially when knotted with gold bells and pine sprigs. The deep red looks lush, making even simple place settings feel festive. Gold bells add sparkle and a little whimsy, while pine sprigs offer a fresh, natural scent diners will notice. Guests may find the bells delightful or perhaps distracting if they jingle too much during dinner. Consider tying them tightly to avoid constant noise. Assembly is easy. Fold the napkins, slip on a bell, tuck in a sprig. Even the least crafty host can manage this, yet the effect feels thoughtfully festive. Brighten your Christmas table with tall glass vases stuffed with pine cones, red ornaments, and fairy lights. This simple combo blends rustic charm with a modern twinkle. Guests will notice the shimmer right away. You get festive color, texture, and glow without breaking the bank or spending all day setting up. While these vases offer instant appeal, keep scale in mind. Oversized vases can block sightlines or crowd plates. Use them as a centerpiece or in pairs at each end. Want a quick upgrade? Tuck in a sprig of cedar or a cinnamon stick for scent and extra holiday flair. Rustic wooden garland centerpieces bring a cozy, natural feel to your Christmas table. Eucalyptus leaves offer a fresh scent, while clusters of red berries inject color and a festive vibe. Pillar candles add gentle, flickering light, perfect for warm conversations. It's simple, yet guests notice the thoughtful details every time. This style isn't fussy, but it does require a bit of care. Wood pieces might shed, and berries can stain if crushed. Choose unscented candles for sensitive noses. Lay parchment underneath to protect your table. With a few tweaks, you'll create a welcoming setting that feels both down-to-earth and inviting. A mini ceramic Christmas village with frosted trees creates an eye-catching centerpiece. These charming pieces spark nostalgia and conversation, inviting guests to linger a bit longer at the table. Place battery-operated tea lights inside the houses for a warm, inviting glow. Mix in artificial snow for extra winter magic. However, space can be a concern. If your table is small, scale down by using just a few village pieces and tiny trees. Avoid clutter by keeping surrounding tableware simple. This setup allows the village to shine without overwhelming your meal or your guests' elbow room. Neutral linen runners bring warmth and subtle elegance to your holiday table. Lay a soft runner down the center. Its earthy tone grounds the space, letting your decorations shine. Place white ceramic Christmas trees at intervals. They pop against the fabric, adding festive spirit without overwhelming the eye. Wood accents, like small trays or candle holders, introduce natural texture and a cozy feel. Combining ceramics and wood keeps the look simple yet inviting. It's easy to pull off and works for both casual family gatherings and formal dinners. Just don't overdo it. A few key pieces go further than a crowded display. Set the mood with gold-rimmed plates and crystal glasses. These timeless pieces bring instant elegance, turning even a simple meal into a celebration. Crimson taper candles add drama and warmth, catching the eye and reflecting beautifully in the crystal. Who says tradition can't sparkle with a little attitude? Yet, classic choices sometimes feel predictable. Break up the formality with playful napkin rings or mismatched flatware. Mix old and new, your grandmother's china, those modern glasses you love, to create a table that feels both familiar and fresh. Why settle for stuffy when you can have a conversation starter? Nothing says festive like a table dressed in layers. Start with bold red chargers. They anchor each place setting and instantly set a merry tone. Stack simple white plates on top. This crisp contrast lets the red really pop. Red chargers also keep menus and crumbs off your best tablecloth. Add a dash of whimsy with snowflake napkin holders. They bring winter charm and keep napkins tidy too. Guests notice thoughtful touches like these. While they sparkle under candlelight, be careful. Too many glittery accents can make the table feel cluttered. Stick to a few standout pieces for best effect. Frosted pine garland snaking between candlesticks and golden baubles brings winter straight to your table. This setup looks expensive, but is surprisingly easy to create. The icy needles play off the candlelight, making each meal feel magical. Even the most ordinary dinnerware gets a seasonal upgrade with these simple touches. One word of caution: watch for wax strips on the garland. Place your candlesticks on small plates or glass coasters for safety. Use shatterproof baubles if kids or pets are around. This way, you enjoy the sparkle without the stress. Who knew holiday charm could be so low maintenance? Ever thought about using mason jars as festive centerpieces? Fill them with candy canes and string and twinkle lights. They sparkle, add color, and feel playful. Guests will notice the glow. Plus, everything in this idea is reusable, so you're not tossing money down the chimney. Of course, the jars can look cluttered if overfilled or if the lights are too bright. Stick to a simple combination: a few candy canes, a strand of gentle lights. This keeps the look inviting, not overwhelming. Little touches like this create warmth without extra fuss. Go for a striking look with white plates set against black napkins. Think classic tuxedo, but for your dinner table. The contrast is sharp, clean, and grabs attention without shouting. Toss in metallic ornaments for a bit of shimmer. It's minimal, yet it demands a second glance. This style suits those who dislike clutter. It's easy to assemble and works for both small apartments and big family feasts. However, it can feel a bit formal. Break up the coolness with a sprig of greenery or a candle to keep it inviting, not stiff. Birch wood slices make a charming base for Christmas centerpieces. Place a few on your table, then arrange miniature reindeer and bottle brush trees on top. The natural wood grain adds warmth, while the playful figures spark conversation. Guests love the woodland vibe. Kids might even try to play with the deer. While this setup looks delightful, dust can gather quickly on the trees. A quick weekly shake keeps them fresh. Swap in battery tea lights for extra glow. This approach is easy, affordable, and reusable next year. Just pack the slices and figures away in a shoebox. Imagine the table draped in a plaid runner, classic, inviting, and just a bit nostalgic. Pine sprigs tucked around chunky candles send a subtle, fresh scent through the air. It's simple enough for anyone to recreate, yet guests feel as if they've landed in a holiday magazine spread. This setup doesn't break the bank either. Grab leftover fabric for your runner, snip greenery from your yard, and use mismatched candles for extra charm. The only downside? Watch for candle wax on your runner. Layering parchment under candles helps. Still, the warmth and comfort are worth every small effort. A single pine branch running down your table makes a quiet statement. Star anise, sprinkled along the greenery, adds both fragrance and visual interest. This setup skips the clutter and lets each detail shine. You'll find guests notice the scent before they even spot the spice. Cleaning up is a breeze. There's no need for dozens of ornaments or a forest of candles. Just sweep up the pine needles and collect the star anise for your next batch of mulled wine. Who says festive style needs to be fussy? Handmade ornament place cards add instant charm to any Christmas table. Grab simple baubles, slip a handwritten name tag through a loop of twine, and tie it around the top. It's quick, affordable, and lets guests feel genuinely welcome. Plus, everyone gets a little keepsake to take home. Some may worry their handwriting isn't fancy enough. Don't sweat it. The personal touch matters more than perfect calligraphy. If you're short on time, print the names and use glue dots instead. Either way, this crafty detail helps your table shine and sparks conversation. Imagine a table lined with a gentle sweep of snow-dusted faux greenery. The effect is wintry and magical, without the mess of real pine needles. White pillar candles bring a soft, warm glow, turning a simple meal into an event. It's low fuss, yet undeniably festive. This setup works for small gatherings or large family feasts. You won't have to stress about watering greenery or wax strips. Just wipe down the faux runner and relight the candles next time. If you crave a look that's both practical and elegant, this arrangement checks every box. An all-white Christmas table instantly sets a calm, refined mood. Glass candle holders scatter soft light, making the setting shimmer with quiet elegance. Frosted berries add a subtle touch of winter, evoking snowy mornings. This look feels both classic and fresh, avoiding the clutter of brighter, busier themes. However, sticking to a single color can sometimes feel stark or bland if not done right. Mixing textures, like matte linens with glossy plates, brings warmth. Consider adding white flowers for softness. The appeal is in the details: a polished fork, a sprig of frosted greenery, each element thoughtfully placed. Pinecone and cinnamon stick bundles add instant rustic charm to your Christmas table. Not only do they look inviting, but they also release a cozy scent that sparks conversation. Tie them with twine or ribbon for extra flair. Anyone can assemble these in minutes with minimal supplies from a craft store. This simple touch won't break the bank, yet it stands out. Some guests might find pine cones messy, so shake them outside first. If allergies are a concern, swap cinnamon sticks for dried orange slices. Creating a warm, woodsy vibe has never been this easy or affordable. Red goblets create instant drama on your Christmas table. Their bold color catches the light, making each toast feel extra special. Pairing them with gold cutlery adds a touch of old-school luxury. It's a look that guests remember. Think of it as dressing your table in its holiday best. However, too much glitter can tip into gaudy. Keep other elements simple, maybe a crisp white runner or plain plates. This lets the red and gold shine without turning your table into a holiday explosion. Want to impress? Stick with these rich accents and you'll nail festive without going overboard. Neutral textures make any Christmas table feel warm and inviting. Imagine beige linen draped across the table, soft to the touch, calming to the eye. Add jute placemats for a bit of earthy charm and structure. Wooden tree accents lend a simple, rustic twist that's far from cliché. This approach works well if you prefer understated elegance over glitter and glitz. It's easy to mix and match these elements without overwhelming your space. Try pairing with white plates and clear glassware. The downside? Some may find neutrals less festive, but subtle gold cutlery or a sprig of greenery adds just enough holiday spirit. Mini wreaths as napkin rings add instant cheer to each place setting. These tiny circles of greenery or berries look festive and can be made in minutes. Guests notice the extra effort and feel welcomed. Plus, you can personalize with name tags or ribbon for a memorable touch. However, watch out for shedding if you use real greens. Nobody enjoys a lap full of pine needles. Faux versions solve that problem and can be reused next year. If you're feeling crafty, invite kids to help assemble them. It's budget-friendly, charming, and makes cleanup easy. Tall hurricane vases with floating cranberries and tea lights create instant drama for your Christmas table. The glass amplifies candlelight, while cranberries lend a festive pop of red. Try clustering several down the center, or let one large vase stand alone for a bolder look. Simple, yet undeniably eye-catching. However, this approach isn't without quirks. Cranberries float, but sometimes they cluster unevenly or stick to the side. To fix this, gently swirl the water before guests arrive. Remember to use unscented tea lights. Nobody wants their roast potatoes competing with vanilla. This setup is proof that elegance doesn't require a big budget. Tiny wrapped gifts scattered across your Christmas table add instant cheer. Think of them as little bursts of color and curiosity, sparking conversation and delight. Use different textures and ribbon styles for extra interest. Guests can't help but pick them up, inspecting and admiring each one's quirky detail. However, keep sizes in check. Gifts too large hog space and disrupt dining. Opt for lightweight, non-fragile fillers like candies or fortunes. This keeps cleanup simple and avoids any awkward table tumbles. Want to nudge a smile? Hide a silly joke or a heartfelt note inside a few. Imagine a centerpiece bowl brimming with pomegranates and evergreen branches. It's striking, a real conversation starter. The bold red and lush green create instant holiday cheer. Plus, pomegranates last longer than cut flowers, keeping things fresh. The look's festive, yet surprisingly simple to achieve with just grocery store finds. But don't overload the bowl. Too many pomegranates can look cluttered. Leave space for the evergreens to drape elegantly. Worried about mess? Place a cloth under the arrangement to catch stray needles. It's beauty with hardly any fuss, and even the Grinch might crack a smile. Imagine a gingerbread house village as your centerpiece. Each house, sprinkled with icing sugar, brings a sense of nostalgia and childlike wonder to the table. Surround these sweet creations with fairy lights. The soft glow bounces off candy windows, creating an inviting atmosphere where conversation and laughter come naturally. While a gingerbread house village is visually stunning, it's not always practical for those with tight schedules. Pre-made kits help, but assembling and decorating takes time and patience. If you're short on hours, try smaller gingerbread cottages or even decorated cookies to capture the same charm without the fuss. Hand-lettered menus with watercolor holly add a personal touch that guests remember. Each menu feels like a small work of art, sparking conversation and admiration. Even the most skeptical relative will pause to appreciate your effort. These details set a festive tone before the first bite is served. Creating them is simpler than it sounds. Use thick paper, a brush pen, and a splash of green and red paint. No calligraphy degree needed. Imperfections make them charming. The only pitfall? They take time. If you're hosting a crowd, start early or recruit a crafty friend for help. Blue and silver baubles bring a chill, frosty charm to any Christmas table. Pairing them with frosted pine cones creates instant winter wonder, no snow required. Place the baubles in glass bowls, scatter pine cones between plates, and use white candles for a crisp, icy effect that feels festive and fresh. While this look can feel a bit cold if overdone, adding a few touches of green or warm fairy lights prevents your table from resembling a skating rink. Stick to simple arrangements for a polished finish. Want drama? Try clustering baubles in varying sizes at the table's center. Velvet ribbon bows add instant luxury to plain candle holders, making any Christmas table feel special. The soft texture and deep colors of velvet catch candlelight in a subtle, eye-catching way. Choose rich shades like emerald or burgundy for extra drama, or keep it classic with gold or cream. Tying bows is simple, but the effect can look expensive. Just wrap and knot a velvet ribbon around each holder, no need for complicated crafts. Worried about a fussy look? Stick to one color and size for a neat, coordinated style. Your guests will notice the difference. A table runner of faux snow instantly brings winter indoors. Scatter a handful of tiny wooden Christmas houses along the length for a cozy, storybook effect. Guests will be drawn to the miniature village scene. The look feels whimsical, and you won't need to worry about melting or cleanup. This setup works best for rectangular tables, but even a small space can benefit. If your runner feels too bare, add a sprinkle of battery-operated fairy lights. One caveat: avoid placing tall glasses or dishes directly on the snow. The surface can get slippery. Keep the houses clustered for easy conversation. Red and white striped accents on a holiday table can instantly spark a sense of cheer. Napkins, runners, or candy cane-inspired ribbons pop against white plates. Add sprigs of cedar and berries for a fresh, fragrant touch, nature's own centerpiece. Guests will notice both the color and the scent. This style isn't just eye-catching, it's practical. Cedar and berries last throughout your gathering and need little fuss. However, be mindful. Some berries can stain linens if crushed. Stick with simple arrangements to avoid clutter. Want an easy upgrade? Fill glass jars with cedar, berries, and a few striped straws for playful charm. With these 29 Christmas table decor ideas, your holiday table can become the heart of your celebration. From playful mini villages to simple pine sprigs, there's a style for every taste and budget. Why settle for ordinary when a few tweaks can spark joy? Ready to try something new? Pick your favorite tip and experiment at your next gathering. Even one thoughtful detail, a velvet napkin or candlelit garland, can transform the mood. Your guests will remember the magic long after dessert is served.